There are moments in deep space exploration when the universe behaves exactly as our equations insist it must. Everything unfolds according to the laws we have carved into textbooks and repeated for generations. But then come the rare, silent moments that do not simply challenge physics, but seem to bend it, distort it, and whisper back in ways that feel almost intentional. Voyager 1, the farthest human-made object ever created, has just experienced one of those moments. For nearly half a century, Voyager has drifted farther and farther from home, slipping beyond the sun's magnetic breath, beyond the protective shield of the heliosphere, into a region so hostile, so cold, and so saturated with cosmic radiation that no machine was ever expected to remain operational there. Yet, against every expectation, Voyager continues to speak. But this time, something appeared to speak back. It was not noise. It was not static. It was not plasma wave interference or remnants of solar activity bleeding through the void. It was structured, patterned, and seemingly responsive, a signal that behaved as though it were acknowledging Voyager's presence, or perhaps even examining it. If the universe were a vast ocean, Voyager would be a drifting message in a bottle. And what has just happened feels as though something, or someone, found that bottle, opened it, and began writing back. This is the story of how a 45-year-old spacecraft, held together by fading plutonium power and ancient processes, appeared to encounter something that behaves like an advanced object, something far beyond the boundaries of our solar system, far beyond the predictions of modern physics, and far beyond anything NASA ever expected to find. Once you understand every step of Voyager's extraordinary journey, from Jupiter's storms and Saturn's rings to Uranus's tilted world, Neptune's icy mysteries, and finally the interstellar void itself, you begin to understand why this new signal is viewed as more than simply strange. It is profoundly unsettling. Voyager 1 was never expected to survive this long. When it launched in 1977, its mission was straightforward: reach Jupiter, reach Saturn, transmit scientific data, capture photographs, and then gradually drift into silence as its instruments shut down one by one. It was designed to be a visitor, not a survivor. What happened instead transformed a relatively brief planetary mission into the longest-running scientific experiment in human history. Equipped with only 3.7-meter radio antennas, 16 hydrazine thrusters, and plutonium-powered radioisotope thermoelectric generators that lose power a little more each year, Voyager 1 should have ceased operating decades ago. Yet today, more than 155 astronomical units from the Sun, it remains alive, still transmitting, and still listening. Its 11 scientific instruments were built for short planetary flybys, not for an endless voyage into the abyss of interstellar space. Most of those instruments have now been switched off to conserve power, but the few that remain continue to reshape our understanding of the universe. The spacecraft carries no modern software, no artificial intelligence, and none of the sophisticated stabilization systems found on today's satellites. Its onboard memory is smaller than the size of a single digital photograph stored on a modern smartphone. Yet its extraordinary endurance, remarkable precision, and almost unbelievable ability to survive one hostile region after another have made it the most unlikely ambassador humanity has ever launched. Today, this aging spacecraft is more than just a scientific probe. It is our only direct observer inside a region of space that humanity was never expected to reach, a place where even NASA acknowledged it did not know what to expect, simply because nothing built by human hands had ever traveled there before. That is precisely why this new anomalous signal has attracted so much attention. Everything Voyager has taught us, from Jupiter's violent storms and Saturn's moons to Neptune's powerful winds and the structure of the heliopause, has prepared scientists for unexpected discoveries. But nothing prepared anyone for this. Voyager's first true encounter with the unknown may have begun much earlier than interstellar space. It began at Jupiter. When Voyager arrived there, it stunned the scientific community. It observed storms larger than entire planets, lightning bolts 10 times more powerful than those on Earth, volcanic eruptions on Io blasting material hundreds of kilometers into space, and radiation belts so intense that they nearly overwhelmed the spacecraft's instruments. Jupiter did not simply reveal a dynamic world. It revealed instability, immense power, and physical phenomena that contradicted many scientific expectations of the time. Hidden within that chaos, buried beneath swirling storms and powerful electromagnetic turbulence, were faint, Mysterious pulses. They were subtle, almost impossible to detect, and they did not match Jupiter's rotation or the expected behavior of its magnetosphere. At the time, these anomalies were largely dismissed as instrument noise, data artifacts, or limitations in existing models. But today, in light of Voyager's more recent observations, many engineers and scientists have revisited those archived transmissions. Perhaps Voyager's first encounter with the unknown did not occur in interstellar space at all. Perhaps it happened at Jupiter, where the universe first hinted that it was capable of producing patterns we did not yet understand. And if those mysterious pulses were only a hint, then what Voyager detected more than 40 years later could be something far more significant. Saturn marked Voyager 1's final planetary encounter, the last world it would ever visit before being permanently flung toward the darkness between the stars. The flyby was breathtaking. The spacecraft revealed intricate wave patterns and gravitational resonances within Saturn's magnificent rings, while Titan's dense, smog-covered atmosphere concealed a landscape that would remain unexplored for decades. But Saturn also represented a turning point. As Voyager passed the shimmering rings and pale moons surrounding the giant planet, it entered a trajectory that no other spacecraft would follow. In that moment, Voyager ceased being merely a planetary explorer and became an interstellar traveler. The sun gradually faded behind it. Communication delays grew longer. Temperatures dropped,